But I remember trying to always do things on the oatmeal box or the Kellogg's box. Anytime it was a recipe, I always tried to do it.
That's funny.
But the funny thing is, I never had the ingredients. So I always used to improvise. And it never came out right, and my mom and sisters always let me down. And it tastes terrible. She always knew that this is something that I'd probably be a big time chef one day. She used to say, because I was always in the kitchen with her. I wanted to help her. I wanted to taste the cake bowl.
Right.
I wanted to just do something. I still feel like I'm a good role model for, just young kids in general, but African-American kids as a whole, because, sometimes they don't see, African-Americans in different, perspectives. There's always some crime or something. So to see somebody like me cooking and making it, and I get that when I get out.
Well, I have a question for you, because we were talking before the interview about statistics.
Right.
And a majority of chefs, a large overwhelming majority of chefs are white.
Right.
And here you are. Have you found that being an American black chef, as I know you may be calling your book,
right? Exactly.
Exactly. That's the name of this book.
Right.
That's why I said it. ABC.
Gotta get some feedback on that.
That's
see how
right.
people think. Yeah.
But do you feel it's hindered you in any way? Because I have a feeling it might have. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it did. One of the things is it's so funny. I was reading an article about it recently, and it's right. Like, I trained under 3 master chefs, and there were no black chefs in the kitchen with me. Nobody of my kind, so I couldn't relate.
Even in this day and age.
I think nowadays it's a little bit more different. There's different. It's a collection of different minority chefs that are really filtering into the fine dining scene.
Right.
Back in the '80s when I started, there were none. I want to teach other black chefs. Cooks. What I know, because with black chefs, that's the secret. We don't want to give other black chefs, the secret. I cooked with Dennis Floyd, Craig Shelton, David Drake. And in that era of French cooking, they all gonna eat. They're all gonna take care of each other. So everybody has their own style, but yet they can come together. They all got. So imagine in a white industry, how can, like, say for instance, Charlie Trotter just passed, but then you had Van Aken, you had Charlie Trotter, you had Emerald. They all did fundraisers all together just to keep that unity together. And so why black chefs can't keep that unity together?
Yeah, and you know what? That's the whole concept of amazing, incredible, revolutionary food.
Yeah.
It's the unity of different parts of the whole puzzle or the whole recipe that makes it so wonderful. Like your cooking, and I've had your cooking many times.
You have to listen to them. I mean, they have a voice, and some people tend, especially in the urban communities, tend to ignore those voices.
Yeah.
Not that my mother didn't hear my voice; she worked 3 jobs. The reason why I give back, and it's been working. I mean,
what do you do to give back?
Well, I get in there. I do cooking demos for some kids. I teach them basic things.
Like in the kitchen?
In the kitchen, yeah. They're big enough to be in the kitchen, like at King Supermarket in Short Hills.
Right.
I used to do a summer.
New Jersey,
I used to do a summer class, and churches, anywhere I can get in with somebody doing something for kids. I'll donate. Like, for instance, on 7th Street in Newark, every Christmas I go, I do a Chef Jesse Cares, and I do a gift basket. Actually, Lynn Oliver came with me last year and helped out, and we served. But the kids really, if you see the look on their face, they really appreciate it. And you have to have patience, and you also have to show them that you care.
I'm going to ask a chef this every month. It can be funny, it can be serious.
Yeah.
What's under your apron?
Passion, pain, redemption, rejuvenation, life, culture, trying to help. That's, I think, was getting on News 12. That's my first love, because
that's New Jersey.
Yeah, that's New Jersey, because that's where I rock, and they really always, call me on, let me do my thing.
They support you,
and they support me very good. And I love them. And then I got on CBS, and that was like huge. Got on like a couple of times, like 6, 7 times, and I got on Fox 5, The Good Day. America Was Like Great. All my food and all my cooking, it's a history of different cultures and different people. And my grandmother, and my aunt, my uncles.
It's like a melting pot.
All the chefs I work for, it's just so much that comes to that one dish, and I have so many different variations. But then I discovered my own one.
I want to ask you also about your book now that you're working on.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
The book, like American Black Chef. I mean, I didn't really want to offend white chefs or black chefs, and I felt like I wanted to put this into perspective. Now I know Marcus Samuelson, a lot of people have wrote books like this, but I felt like this is my story and what I experienced here in Jersey. Now don't get me wrong, it's not that I had like this torturous career, but one of the things is that I felt like if I'm working hard, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, why can't I get the big deal? Why can't I be a sous chef at a 4-star? Nowadays, I think it's a little bit more open-minded. Back in the day, it was a nada.
Wow.
You know, it was like it was not going to happen. And I hopefully, when my book come out and people kind of read some different things, that they will really relate whether it happened to them.
So it's a good image for people too to know. Here you are, a successful American man who happens to be a black man.
Right.
And you're working hard and you're doing everything you should be doing.
Right.
You don't
Right.
see role models like you, and that
Right.
does offend me.
Right.
And I don't run my newspaper that way.
Right.
You know that.
Oh
so.
no, I know you've been great, and you
I'm
always
always
since I've known you, you always had encouraging words for me. You always try
Yeah.
to help me when you can.
You're gifted.
And put a blurb out, and I really appreciate it. Actually, I ran across the video there when I was cutting the onion. You know,
I saw years ago
and
we
it
did
popped
a
up. I was
video.
like, why does it pop? Why is it just popping up now?
Because
It's
I have
popping
it
up.
live. We did a
So
video
I don't know
because
what
I don't know how to
happened.
cut an onion. So Chef Jesse came into my kitchen, and of course he told me, oh wait, here's an onion too. He told me that my whole refrigerator probably tasted like onion because I had them thrown in, and you were right.
Yeah.
Everything, even my ice tasted like onion.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, grandmother passed last year, and it's something she used to always tell me. It's not by the grace of God that you get your time, and when it comes, it's gonna happen. But you just have to wait. So I get really, really down and out. I mean, things just be hitting me all kind of ways. I walk out into the street, and God is good. People, little kids running, you're the macaroni cheese man.
Oh.
There's the hot dog guy. You made my burger.
See?
And it really helps, you know. So, so what God give me every day a little bit of nudge that keep pushing. Don't
And
give
you
up.
keep pushing,
and
promise me.
I'm not going to give up.
And if the Food Network sees this, for God's sakes, will you give him a show? He needs to be on your channel, okay? You
Yeah.
are not boring, and you're very talented.
Yeah. Don't ever let nobody tell you what you can't do. My
Exactly.
whole entire life, people told me what I couldn't do. Work for chefs. You're not gonna mount anything. Nobody's gonna hire a black chef. And you know what? They were absolutely right. Actually, every kitchen that I've worked, I've heard little bits and pieces of how I wasn't gonna make it, and it gave me really the nerve and the ambition and the passion to prove them wrong, to a point that I didn't care about proving them wrong anymore. I just said I'm just gonna do it.